Hi, I'm Claudia St. I'm the president of Affinity HR Group. We are your HR partner and resource. As we ease into the fall, we are now experiencing a lot of schools reopening in some capacity, and this has put a lot of pressure on those who have families and need to help balance not only childcare, but the ongoing education of their children and keeping their own jobs. So I wanted to revisit some of the provisions that a lot of our clients are having to revisit when it comes time to determine what to do with employees whose children are now in some form of hybrid or e-learning situation. So as a reminder, a lot of schools are moving to some form of hybrid, particularly for the middle and upper level schools. A lot of elementary schools are still going into school, but in many areas there's no schooling in person at all. So the pressure that puts on your employees, not only to provide childcare, but also to satisfy the educational needs of their children, is incredible and immense. So what is an employer to do? Well, in the spring, the Families First Coronavirus Response Act provided for an emergency paid family leave and emergency paid sick leave. This allows an employee, if they're home taking care of a child because of a school closure or something else related to the pandemic, they were first eligible to take the paid sick leave in order to take care of their children at home from school, and the emergency paid family leave allows for a benefit of up to 2/3 of pay, up to $200 a day for those employees. If they had already taken the emergency sick leave pay for illness or something else, then the emergency paid family leave allows for the first 2 weeks to be unpaid, and then the remaining 10 weeks to be paid at 2/3 of their pay, up to $200 a day. Now, if they have used some portion of this leave earlier when the summer hit or when school was disrupted in the spring, then they still have whatever remains available to them. Under the law, they are allowed to or should use this leave before they are required to use their own accumulated paid time off. So this leave, the emergency paid sick leave and the emergency paid family leave, comes first. The requirements are that employees who go out on this leave will have job protections. Their jobs will be there at the similar job, similar pay, and benefit protections as well. So you're basically providing this paid leave for a period of time during which time their job and their status in terms of their pay and their benefits are protected. One thing to know about the emergency paid family leave is that it can be taken intermittently, which means that employees who have to spend some time at home taking care of their children or helping with their educational needs, but can do other time either in the office or working from home, can take that leave intermittently. The leave, so you will be tracking their actual time. Whether they're allowed to work from home or not really is an employer's discretion. So you want to look at whether the duties and responsibilities of that job would allow you to have them work from home. So those are options and conversations that you can have. And again, a reminder, everybody's situation is going to be different. If some people have, 3 elementary school children at home and somebody else has 2 high schoolers at home, their child care and educational support needs will differ. So you can treat each situation differently based on the employee's needs, provided you're treating all of them equally in terms of an equal effort at making sure that you take care of them. If you do have employees going out on emergency paid family leave, you want to make sure that you update those forms. If they had been using some level of it before and now they need a different level based on the new school requirements, you want to have them revisit that as well. And then the other thing is, if you are a company that is so small, under 50 employees, that providing this leave to your employees would provide some sort of financial or operational hardship for you, there is a remedy for you to claim that hardship and not provide this benefit. However, you really do need to show that providing this benefit, because it is reimbursed by the federal government, you do get reimbursed for this pay. If just holding that job open or just providing that pay up front would create an undue hardship that really would perhaps jeopardize your business operations, you can claim hardship. If you're planning on doing that, I encourage you to call us, because you want to make sure that you've got all the necessary documentation in order to claim that hardship. And it's still a little unclear as to how the Department of Labor, who is adjudicating these claims, is going to view those issues of hardship. The other thing you need to know is that there are state laws that may apply as well. So you need to look into those and see how those affect your provision of intermittent or paid family leave. Now, worst case scenario, your employees have already exhausted their federal emergency paid family leave in the spring and in the summer months, and here we are dragging on into the fall. If there are no additional protections for that employee in your state, other than the paid time off that's available through your employment, there really are no workplace protections or options for those folks who are stuck having to take care of and educate their children at home. This is where I would really encourage you to be creative about what kind of childcare arrangements you might be able to provide. Maybe if you have 5 or 6 employees who have this situation, could you hire a tutor and have them bring their kids in once or twice a week to help support that? Could you hire or have employees do some sort of a childcare teaching share option? Are there ways to help those employees identify maybe babysitters, those college kids who aren't going to college, who could come in and help both with the tutoring and the educational needs of those employees? Perhaps you could help subsidize that. Recognize the amount of stress and intensity that this is putting on your female and male parents who are both trying to keep their jobs and keep their children safe and educate their children. So we've really never been in a situation like this before. Being creative, being flexible, being empathetic is always important. If you get stuck, and I will tell you, you get into a very slippery slope with these workplace arrangements. We've been dealing with them day in and day out. We strongly encourage you to call us. We would be happy to help walk you through a variety of options available to you. If you have performance issues of somebody who's out on emergency paid leave and you want to have some sort of a disciplinary action, you should definitely call us as well. We are here to help. So we hope that you will make use of us and our support at this moment in time as you and your employees try to navigate a very challenging return to school season. I hope this helps. We hope that you are safe, and of course, we hope that you have a safe and productive work week. Take care.